Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, non-profit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Former DHS employee settles lawsuit with the state. A state investigator who tried to shut down the Scientology-based drug rehab center, NARCONON Arrowhead, has now settled her lawsuit with the state. Wonder how many people have died in NARCONON centers since this. Monday, April 23rd, 2018. So in other words, she was trying to do the right thing, and what happened? She got fired. That's typical. A state investigator who tried to shut down the Scientology-based drug rehab center, NARCONON Arrowhead, she's doing her job, by the way, has now settled her lawsuit with the state. She received more than $200,000. She should have gotten more. And why can they disclose her settlement? Kim Puff said she was not only fired from her job with Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse, wonder how long she'd been in that job, for trying to shut down NARCONON Arrowhead, but then lost her job with DHS after her attorney told News 9 about the case. See how evil and just everything's so corrupt. How many people have died at these narconons? Young people with drug or alcohol addictions going in for help, paying for it, by the way, or their parents paying for it. And then because they don't get the right medical detox or they don't get enough care, they pass from all different reasons. Suicide, withdrawals, etc. All kinds of stuff. And this woman gets fired because she's doing her job. That's typical. In August 2014, News 9 reported that former Inspector General Kim Puff, so she'd been doing that job for a while, I'll bet, and another inspector with the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse wanted to shut down the NARCONON Arrowhead Drug Rehab Center. Yeah, and they should have. I'm going to go look and see if this place is shut down yet. But both investigators said because the state didn't want to take on the Church of Scientology. Can you believe what a freaking lame bullshit answer this is? Come on, really? Come on. Didn't want to take on the Church of Scientology. Their recommendations were ignored. Their report was buried and they were fired when they tried to push back. Wonder how much they got paid from little Davy. Anything for money, right? I'm going to read this other related story. I didn't realize there was another one. Puff had taken on a new position with DHS, so she got promoted basically, and was working there at the time. And all her bosses and probably a lot of her coworkers just screwed her over. Within 2 days of that story airing, Kim was terminated. Said her attorney, Rachel Doucette. Puff and her attorney sued DHS for wrongful termination. We contend it was because of her coming forward and suing a fellow agency about the NARCONON matter. Of course it was. Isn't that otherwise known as retaliation? Said Doucette. She should have gotten way more than what she got. Late last month, the state issued 2 settlement checks totaling $201 and $912.50. This settlement is some kind of indication to show that she didn't do anything wrong, said Doucette. In a statement, DHS, however, said that statement is simply wrong. Of course they did. They're government officials. Hold on, you guys. In a statement, DHS, however, said that statement is simply wrong. Narcs be narkin'. The litigation involving Ms. Poff and DHS was settled without determining any issues of liability. Specifically by agreement of the parties, a jury never had the chance to consider the true reason why DHS felt Ms. Poff should be terminated from her position with the agency. In previous court filings, DHS has said they didn't know Poff was fired from the Department of Mental Health until the News 9 story aired. You gotta love the gaslighting, right? Okay, that was interesting. I wanted to see what state it was in. This is Oklahoma. There's a lot of stuff that went on in Oklahoma, so I'm gonna do a little more research. I will put the link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. And have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.